Hi, this is Mo Volans for Tuts Plus with another quick tip video tutorial. And in this one, I'm going to be taking a look at what's called slamming a compressor. You've probably heard this expression before. People use it as a sort of semi-slang term, and you hear about people slamming compressors or limiters. But what exactly does it mean? Generally, it means just overloading them and just pushing so much level through them that they become beyond useful as a compressor and start to become a creative effect. Now, I'm going to show you how to do this with drums effectively, but still keep the dynamics of the drums. It involves a bit of sort of parallel routing, and then it involves some extreme compression settings. Now, I'm going to be using an 1176 emulation from UAD, but really any vintage emulation or anything that sort of emulates hardware circuitry will or should do this and create this sort of effect. So let's take a look. This is the inception of a project, often the sort of thing I work with in tutorials, just something that's starting out in its very young stages. And I wanted to get a sort of a bit more out of the drums. So let's have a listen. Sort of a chill step type sort of a thing, really laid back. Okay, but the drums are going through their own groups. So they're just currently 2 loops. It's like I say, simple stuff. Great, and I think one of them's already got a compressor on it, but it doesn't really matter, you know, because what we're going to do here is more of an effect. So both of them are going into this summing stack here, as you can see. So both of these going into the summing stack, and in the mixer, our summing stack is here, okay? Currently no effects. So what I want to do, I mean, we could put the compressor straight on the summing track, but what it means is if you've not got a mix control on your compressor, and I happen to know the one I'm going to use doesn't have, you're just going to end up with 100% treated signal, and the whole thing's going to sound pretty smashed and distorted and everything else. So I want to create a parallel bus. So I'm going to go to the next available bus, and there it is. I'm then going to go to create tracks for selected channel strips so that it's next to my drums. In fact, I'm going to put it above the stack, or next to the stack even. So there's our stack. I'm going to call this drum stack. It's just abbreviated. And there's our parallel channel. Okay, so what I can do now is I can drive signal into this parallel channel, and I can put whatever I want on here and just mix it into taste without worrying about destroying my original channel. So I've gone ahead and inserted a UAD 1176 onto our parallel channel, and I've put loads of input gain into it. I'll have a fast release on it, a moderate attack, and all button mode. And this is pretty important if you're using an 1176 emulation. Choose Shift, push all those buttons in, and this gives you that super slammed mode that's just called Brit mode, you know, and it's pretty crazy. So any 1176 emulation, the Waves one does it. And you know, if you can get hold of one of these, it's perfect for the job, really. But like I say, any vintage emulation should do a similar thing, as long as you can drive loads of level into it. Now, we've got this on 0 dB, and I've got this turned down. You should see straight away, I mean, if I back off the input, you'll see that we've just got insane gain reduction, but I'm just driving it all the way. And this is like a prime example of slammed. You can see it's just, you know, beyond 20 dB of gain reduction there. So let's have a listen to the drums. I'm going to solo the parallel channel as well and bring it in slowly. You can hear that effect. There it is by itself. Completely smashed. And by itself, it's not great, but with the drums, adds extra air, extra energy, and just fills in the gaps, really, and just makes things that much more sort of upfront and aggressive, and just slightly fuller, really. So that's how to slam your drums with a parallel bus. You can do this with any style, you know, with more upfront house and, you know, more full-on EDM. Yeah, still don't like using that. It sounds really cool. And, you know, drum and bass breaks, awesome. So get on it, give it a go. And if you want to see any more tips and tricks, anything else to do with sort of compression or processing, just let me know in the comments and I'll try and get on it for you. But until then, I'll say bye for now and thanks for watching.